what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I am finally doing my everyday in-depth makeup tutorial here on YouTube. I have gotten so many questions to do this and I'm finally sitting down and doing it. Today I'm getting ready to go pumpkin picking and apple picking with my family. So obviously I'm going to be doing my reliable everyday makeup routine and I just thought it's the perfect time to film it. Also in the teensiest bit of a rush. So we are going to just do my 30-minute quick reliable makeup tutorial today. I'm starting off with these First Aid Beauty facial radiance pads. Mine's like bedazzled, but usually it just comes in this jar. These are so amazing when I just want to make sure that my skin is nice and exfoliated, prepped for the makeup that I'm going to put on it. So I like to do this as my first step to my skin prep. Obviously my skin is starting off just clean, nothing on it. I usually will like let that sink in and like dry down. Once that's dried down, I always go in with a little face milk. I love these two so much. Like honestly, I can't pick which one is my favorite. Either the Ilia face base milk or this Rhode glazing milk. It's like a thin, hydrating, milky consistency. I'm gonna go with the Ilia one today. I really love this one. Like this is my probably third jar that I've been through and this one's like almost finished. And I will just put a generous amount of this on my hands, rub it together, and then I just press this into my skin like this. Instead of like rubbing it in, when I press it in, I feel like my skin really just like absorbs it and it just feels like your skin is drinking a cup of water. I don't know how to describe it. It's just the best. And since it's so nice and thin, I just find it's like the best first step before all my other skin prep steps, and it really gets absorbed into the skin. I also love a good serum. You guys know this magic serum from Charlotte Tilbury has been a consistent step in my makeup tutorial for years now. You can go back and watch some of my other past everyday makeup tutorials and I've used this serum. It just is so amazing and I feel like it just creates such a nice tacky base for the makeup to sit on top of, but it also brightens up my skin. Just really nice. I like to give myself like a little massage. I have like a little lymphatic drainage of the face, but we're in a rush so I'm not going to do too much. Next step is a moisturizer. I like to use like an SPF moisturizer. This one from Neutrogena is amazing. It's like their collagen bank one. I've been obsessed with it. It has SPF 30 in it, which is perfect, so I'll just put a little bit of this on. If you can't tell, I really go in on my skin prep because that is so important. If you are neglecting the skin prep step of your makeup, I'm telling you, just try it out. It makes such a difference with how your makeup comes out. I feel like it's just really important. It's probably one of the most important steps. Very last step to the skin prep is a primer. Some people skip primer. I've just always included it and I just feel like I can't do without it. I'm obsessed with this Refi one. This is their Face Glow and Sculpt Primer. It has like this cool little roller top where you squeeze out the product and then roll it onto your face. I like to just focus this right on my T-zone because that's where I need my makeup to stay on the most. Like that's the place that my makeup will start coming off first. So I just like focus it there and then with my fingers blend it outwards to the rest of my face. Again, pressing it in so that way it gets nice and absorbed. A big step that you don't want to forget is when you're layering on products, pretty much all products, but especially the skin prep products, you want to make sure to give your skin time to absorb it before going on with the next layer. So even though I'm like doing them one after the other, I am waiting like a good minute and a half before going on to the next one because it's really important to do that. Don't mind my outfit back here, by the way. I'm really excited. I'm wearing like a nice cute little fall outfit today. I'll show it to you guys at the end. But next step is my brows. I always start with my brows because every time I used to do my brows, you know, last or after foundation, I would just get so much product in them and I have very dark eyebrows obviously and it would just be a mess. Like there's literally just no going back once you've gotten foundation in your brows. I have found that doing it first has made such a difference. I'm using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is such an amazing like everyday clear brow gel. I think they have colors too, but since mine are dark, I don't really need a color. I just need a nice clear gel. I would just go in and just brush them up. I also really love the Rare Beauty brow gel. I honestly just can't find mine right now because the Rare Beauty gel is like such a tiny little tube, so I always misplace it, but that's another one of my favorites. I always switch between these two. This one's amazing as well, so I'll just brush them up and then you can like flip the brush to like the little tiny bristle and I like really like shape them how I want it, and they really do stay in place with this product too, which I like. Just like that. Now it is time for the skin. I have been obsessed with this foundation stick from Charlotte Tilbury, which I'm actually surprised. Like I really don't usually gravitate towards foundation sticks, but this one It's just such a nice buttery formula where it just melts right into your skin. I also really love the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint Stick like this as well. They kind of remind me of each other, but I've been gravitating towards this one more because it has like a nice shimmery finish to it. Like, do you see how like my face is glistening? It's just stunning. Nice and thin too for an everyday look. I'll usually just blend this out with a beauty blender afterwards, but yeah, I just feel like for everyday I like something that's thin and going to even out my complexion, has a little bit of coverage, like a good amount, and it's just gonna make my skin look amazing. And I feel like this product really does that. There's obviously so many amazing products when I am looking to wear like an actual foundation. Some of my favorites are either the House Labs foundation, the NARS Light Reflecting, the Patrick Ta one has been amazing. Like, I have so many favorite foundations. So if you guys want me to do like an updated full glam when I'm going to like a wedding or going to some special event, I can definitely do that now that that's all blended in. Next step is cream contour. I'm obsessed with this one from Persona. This is probably one that I've consistently been using the most. It is their contour stick in the shade Sahara, and I will just take this right on the hollows of my cheekbones, forehead, jawline, on the nose right here. I'll just do like a little tiny line right there, a little dot on my eyelids right here for that lifted effect. Then I always blend it out with this Makeup by Mario dual-ended brush. Literally, I use it so much that the number rubbed off. I'm gonna find it though so I can link it for you guys. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm gonna be linking every single product, including brushes, down below so you guys can go and like find my favorite everyday makeup products. But I'm always getting questions about my makeup brushes because I consistently use the same ones. I feel like I found really great ones for each step, so I will be linking those as well and also sharing them with you right now. You guys probably see me in literally all of my TikTok videos, makeup videos using this brush. It is just amazing. I've tried other ones, and this is just my favorite for blending out my contour. Like, I always go back to it. And I love that it's like the same shape of the brush on both sides, just one side is tinier. So I always start off with the tiny side, and then the other side is like a little bit more fluffier and dispersed. So I start off with the tinier dense side and just do little tiny taps to blend out the product about like 95% of the way. And then I will switch over to the fluffier side and go over it again, making sure everything is blended nice and seamlessly and really get that nice last blend in. And I just feel like this makes everything look so flawless. I always like to start off with contour first, then I can go in with my concealer next and kind of clean up everything. I just found that that really works for me. I know some people have different opinions on like the order of makeup, but the beauty is that you can do whatever you want. Like, makeup, there's no rules to it. Absolutely just do whatever works for you, and this is what works for me. So now I will just take my concealer. I love the Hourglass one. This is in the shade Cotton. I like to go for like a lighter shade, and I will apply this right on the little inner corners of my eyes, making a little tiny triangle like that on the inner corners. Not too much, just a little tiny triangle. And then I will swoop up and do a little line right there on the outer parts of my eye. This is gonna help give you that lifted effect like I was mentioning before, just like that. I'm also gonna take a little bit of this right here under my nose, right here on my chin, and on my forehead. Since this is a lighter shade, it's gonna give you that like brightening effect in those areas. But then I will take a little bit of a darker shade in the House Labs concealer. I just like love these two formulas, so I mix them. And I will just apply this right here underneath the contour to kind of clean it up like I mentioned, just a little bit. And I'll also put like some around my mouth, wherever you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, or if you have any blemishes, I will use a more like deeper color that's closer to the foundation. I will blend it out with my favorite concealer brush. I actually just got this new holiday packaging of it. This is the BK Beauty A506 concealer brush. It went like viral on TikTok. I tried it out. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it. The Hourglass concealer brush does come close to it, but I think this one is like cheaper. So I would definitely try this out if you guys would like, but I will start blending out with this, just kind of buffing it in with little tiny taps. And I always make sure to blend out under my eyes last, because by doing that, you're letting it get super, super tacky, and you're gonna get the most coverage out of that concealer with less product. I'll just blend everything out first, really taking my time to let it sculpt out the face. Then I will go under the eyes and start buffing that out and just using little tiny taps to blend out exactly where I placed it, trying to keep it in that area and not spread it out anywhere else. You just really want those specific spots to be nice and bright and covered. And I just blend it all the way up to my hairline. I literally have to be ready in 10 minutes, so I need to kind of pick up my pace. Now I go in with cream blush. This is the last cream product that I'm gonna apply, and I'm obsessed with this one from Rhode. Obviously, I love so many different types of blushes, so it's hard for me to just pick one, because I honestly do mix them up pretty much every single day. But this one is so amazing. This is their shade Sprinkle. I love all of their shades, but I will just take this and apply this to the tops of my cheekbones with a little brush, little tiny taps. I've just always found that by doing creams first and then powders on top, it just makes your makeup, number one, look more like makeup. Like, I feel like some people struggle with their makeup not makeuping, if that makes sense. And it also just helps it to like last longer and like stay in place. I always get comments that my makeup lasts so long, like when I'm out, like people are like, how is your makeup staying on so good? And it's because through trial and error, this is what I've found really helps the makeup to look and stay intact, is when you put the creams on first, you lay down the foundation, and then you set it with powder. If you have not tried translucent powder, this one from Huda Beauty is amazing. I love the shade Pound Cake, but you can just use whatever shade it works best for your skin tone. And I will just pick it up with a little powder puff. I always dab off the excess on the back of my hand. That is so important. To quickly go over the little creases under the eyes, because you don't want to set in the creases, and just press down that powder underneath the eye. I like to do little quick little taps to set it in the other side, and then with whatever's left on my hand, I will just go in and set my little T-zone. I always do that. Everything is little. My little this, my little that. I'll also set right under here, just making sure everything is nice and set into place. Then just wipe away the excess. I'm gonna go in with this Hourglass Bronze Luminous Light bronzer and just lightly dust that wherever I put the cream contour. I'm obsessed with this bronzer. It just gives you that like skin-like bronziness. For my everyday look, I always use my bronzer as my eyeshadow. Like, usually on a day-to-day, I'm not wearing much eyeshadow at all, but I love to do this and like fake it by just putting in the bronzer in my crease. It's the easiest little step, and like you don't have to, get a whole eyeshadow palette. You just use a fluffy brush and put this in your crease for some dimension, and it makes the world of a difference. It also just like looks so nice and cohesive because the rest of your face has that bronzer on there already. You could like go over with a fluffy brush to make sure it's all nice and blended. It's like really foolproof. Now a little bit of powder blush. This one from Makeup Forever is amazing. I love it. And I just dust this with a fluffy brush over top, as little or as much as you like. This MAC Soft and Gentle Highlight is my absolute favorite. I always love to put a little bit of this on my nose and on the inner corners of my eyes. It's just gorgeous. Like, look at that. Are you kidding? Then I will literally take any dark eyeshadow. I'll just like grab a random palette and just take any darkest shade with a tiny angled brush. I'm going to link this brush because I always get questions on it, and I will just do little tiny strokes to make a tiny wing with the shadow. It's so simple once you like practice a little bit. If you mess up, you can just like blend it out and start over, or just like smoke it out and make it look nice and smoky and messy, so it doesn't have to seem like it needs to be perfect, if that makes sense. I just make a little line and then I connect that line into the lid. And if you mess up, you can just like use your finger, brush it off, and redo it and just like make it nice and smoky. But with a little sharp brush, it really just is so easy to make a little perfect line. But like I said, practice makes perfect, because I was not perfect at it in the beginning. And then I'm gonna go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Eyes Volume Mascara. I've really been loving this one. Since I have naturally long eyelashes, like I was just born with longer eyelashes, I love to use like volumizing mascaras over lengthening ones, because obviously I am looking for volume more than length. Depending on what you're looking for your lashes, it's a nice little key to make sure you're picking a mascara that's going to focus on what you would like, whether it's lengthening or volumizing or both. There's just so many great mascaras out there, even drugstore ones, like amazing ones. There's really great ones from L'Oreal. Oh, I just got mascara on my eyelid. I am so sorry, by the way, for my camera quality. Like every time I look in the viewfinder, it's just like so annoying when I see the lighting go in and out. So if it's been doing that this whole time, I really apologize. Hey guys, now for the lip combo. This is a recent one that I've been loving. It's the Makeup Forever in Limitless Brown. I feel like I used to always use pink lip liners. Like that's it. That's all I would use. And then I discovered browns and I was like, wait, I actually love the way that this looks. Like I was always so scared of it. The key is to just not do too much. Try to have a light hand when you're lining your lips. Like I'll just do the smallest little outline of the Limitless Brown. This is kind of like contouring a bit because it's a dark color. I'll also do like a little line right here. I'll use my finger to kind of diffuse it. And then I go in with the Makeup Forever in Anywhere Caffeine. I also really love Wherever Walnut. I kind of like switch between them, but these lip liners have just been like my fixation. And then I'll just like go over underneath that with this shade and kind of fill in my lip with it because I love this color so much. Like the perfect fall lip. It's so pretty. And I love taking MAC lipstick in the shade Cream Cup, and I will just put a little bit of this right on the center because I love to kind of do an ombre lip look where you do a lighter shade right in the center and it kind of just like brings everything out and makes it look nice and plump. I always play around with like what glosses I put over top, but I really love this one from Refi. This is the shade Blush and it has like this cool like metal tip to it and it's just like a light pink. They have so many amazing shades, but I'll just put that over top. Obsessed with this lip. Like, are you kidding? Look at how glossy that is. I'm obsessed. And now last but not least, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I really think that my makeup lasts so long because of this. I don't know what's in here, but it really works. So, and there you go. That is my everyday makeup tutorial. I'm gonna link all the products down below, single one, even the brushes. So if I missed some, if I didn't say the shade of something, I'm gonna really list it down below so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, I'm actually gonna get dressed right now so I can show you guys the full look of today. So here we. Okay guys, I'm all dressed and ready. This is the fit. I'm wearing this cute little cropped bomber jacket. This was actually featured in the little try on haul that I did in my last video. I'm wearing a plain white t-shirt from Abercrombie and these jeans from Abercrombie that I'm obsessed with. And I'm also wearing these cute little brown sunnies. Like, look how cute those are. But I'm going to put them on top of my head for now, not to mess up my makeup. This is the look for pumpkin picking, apple picking. I actually need to pick out a purse. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm actually going to vlog today too, so stay tuned for that vlog. But that's it for this video. Love you guys.